Yeah.
And this is the realest sports show. This is the realest sports show. See, this is the realest sports show. See, this the realest sports show. And if you ain't have a clue, well, then now you know. Right here is where they discuss the hottest topics. If you think this show ain't the best, then you better stop it. From MLB runs to NFL X's and O's to the NBA's dribbles and shots and pick and rolls. Lulu, Mike, and Mark debating from their souls. No other three can match up toe to toe. The way they be dropping so much knowledge, what have you in your feelings wanting to get brolic? But I promise once they debates get started, it's going to be impossible for you to just stop it. So tune in now and stop playing. And by the end of the show, I bet that you'll be saying, just tune in now.
Hey, stop playing.
And I bet by the end of the show, you'll be
saying,
this
It's the realest sports show.
This is
the realest sports show. What's up, party people? What's up? What's good, everybody? How y'all feeling tonight? I'm feeling great tonight, y'all. Coming at y'all live again with, the sports updates. Y'all know how we do this. It's the realest sports show, and I'm your host tonight, Mark, a.k.a. The Vet. And I'm coming at y'all live right now. And, let's start out the show right now with some breaking news. Kansas City Chiefs fired their defense coordinator, Bob Sutton, today. Bob is a good football coach and a great person. He played an integral role in success of our team over the last 6 seasons. Head coach Andy Reid said in a statement, I've said before that change can be a good thing for both parties, and I believe that is the case here in Kansas City. And Bob, this was not an easy decision, but one I feel is in the best interest of Kansas City moving forward. Now, from my perspective, Andy Reid, you came from a winning team in Philadelphia, but you also had losing seasons in Philadelphia. You've also come from one Super Bowl appearance with Donovan McNabb. And believe it or not, your defense was not the problem in this game. Your offense was not the problem in this game. And you guys firing him could kind of shake things up a little bit badly for your team, or it could go another way for your team. We would never know. But from this standpoint, Bob Sutton was kind of he was a great defensive coordinator for your team. He led your team and got your team to where you guys are now today. Plus your offense, how your offense moved the ball with Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. And don't forget about Kareem Hunt and the way Kareem Hunt moved the ball too, but when he was on the team. But you all got rid of him, let him go because he lied to the team organization about the situation that was going on. By the way, he's still going to be playing in the NFL the coming up year because, like I told you guys before, and I'll tell you guys again, the Bears are looking forward to picking him up and giving him a second chance at life again. So, with that being said, this man right here has a defensive genius mindset to get this Chiefs defense rolling. Now, as far as the defense that they had, after joining it alongside, Sutton spent 6 seasons in charge of Kansas City's defense after joining the team alongside Andy Reid in 2013. Anyways, yes, I have glasses now. Shut up. Former New York Jets and Buffalo Bills head coach Rex Ryan is reportedly being a candidate for the Chiefs' vacant defensive coordinator job after spending the last 2 seasons working as a television analyst. I'm on last break and about to be... Okay, y'all talk about something different. And yes, after we went on a manhunt for them. Yeah, whatever. Okay, this is not about the sports show, guys, so you guys can, blank out or whatever. Anyways, after he spent the last 2 seasons as an analyst. Now, can Rex Ryan come in here and get the job done to take you guys over the hump for next year? Yes, potentially, I believe he could. But potentially, like I said, though, this was not Kansas City's year to go to a Super Bowl. This is also not supposed to be the LA Rams' year to go to a Super Bowl. And I'm going to get on to that later on after I get done with this topic here at hand. Like I said, Andy Reid thinks this was the best move. Bob Sutton thinks this was kind of an okay move, even though he got fired from the position. They had to let him go. Now he can move on and go to another team, help that team out, a team that needs a defensive coordinator. As far as I'm thinking, he should go to Arizona. Arizona needs a defensive coordinator that can help them get over that hump, get them back on track, get them back where they need to be at. Or he can go to another team like Miami. Miami needs a defensive coordinator down there in Miami that can help them get over the hump too as well. They play good defense down there. They got some boys that are hungry down there. So, with that being said here is, teams need defensive coordinators to help them get over the hump and get this ball moving for the next season coming about, because teams don't want to be in this playoff drought. Coaches don't want to get fired and whatever, so forth. So, how do we get these teams over the hump? How do we get this man a new job? If he wants a new job as a defensive coordinator. Might come out to be a head coach one day. We never will know. We got to wait and see, gang. Now, moving on to this LA Rams game that has been getting so much hype, so much heat, and so much controversy on this Rams game versus the Saints game that happened this past Sunday. Now, I know I was going to promise you guys a show yesterday, but I wanted to see all the hype, all the fan base, and everything that everybody was talking about before I come in here and give you guys my opinion and whatever the case may be is. So, I sit up here and watch the game, the Saints and the Rams game, and I see a controversy no call that did not happen. A pass interference call that was blatant, that was right there in front of the referee's eyes. The referee didn't call it. None of the referees, the side judges, called anything. Could have helped the Saints get to the Super Bowl this year, which is supposed to be the Saints' year to go to the Super Bowl. And I had the Saints going to the Super Bowl this year, and that possibly could have won them the game this year to go to the Super Bowl. Well, actually, that potentially would have made them go to the Super Bowl this year, because all it would have took was a field goal to win the game, and that game would have been done. So as far as people are saying right now is this right here. Why wasn't there a call? Why didn't you call anything? And I believe that some of these referees need to be fired. Some of these referees need to get fined. Some of the referees need to get something done towards them for causing football teams games. There's been a lot of missed calls this year. And on top of that, you guys started off the year with saying that we're going to make calls for head-to-head contact. We're going to make calls for this. In the first half of the season, I can say yes. Calls were being made. Everything was being made. At the beginning of the season, yes. But when it came down to this middle of the season here, and later on down the road in the season here, there were calls not even being made. No helmet-to-helmet contact. That died down a lot. There was no real anything kind of being called coming down the road. As being an official, you're not making a lot of calls here. And a lot of calls went unnoticed. A lot of calls didn't even get called in half of these games that should have been called. And it can cause a team to win a game. It could cause a team to lose a game. It plays in the favor of who didn't get the call. So with that being kind of said here is that I see that they're trying to change things now. They're trying to make calls reviewable. They're trying to make this call, the pass interference call, reviewable on the sideline judge and make the calls more, I should say, they're trying to make them reviewable here. They're trying to make them reviewable where they go to the the little TV set to see if the call should be changed or there should have been a call there or anything in that nature. If the call was playable, let it be played out the way it should have been. But that was a blatant no call. That was a blatant disregard for a pass interference call. All of those refs need their eyes checked. I think a lot of referees need their eyes checked. And it was sitting right in front of if you guys ever saw the play, the referee was sitting right there on the sideline watching the play go out and play out itself. He clearly admitted, yeah, I decked him on the sideline. I caused the penalty. I admitted to the penalty. And the NFL has came out and actually said that they apologized to the Saints for a bad call, for a bad no call. Do you think that I want to see and sit up here and say I apologize to a team that really that I can honestly say I really apologize because you guys caused me the game to win? Or do you want to see something else go down the drain? I mean, do you want to keep seeing these seasons, people's seasons go down the drain every so often that, you know, could potentially win a game off a call? Just one call could change a whole game. One game. And a lot of Saints fans do want another rematch to this game, but they're not going to get it because Roger Goodell has to approve of this and has to approve of a game-winning decision change. He can replay the game. Yeah, they can still go out there and replay the game, but also he can overturn a game call, but that has to be fouled, and it has to be a reason to that. And now, a lot of these referees are out here saying, well, we can make a lot of changes. We could do this, we could do that. But are you going to make the change happen? Are you going to do what you need to do to make the change happen? For next season, yes. And Drew Brees is talking about coming back to play football this coming up season. This coming up season, he's talking about coming back and actually wanting to play again to make a Super Bowl run. This was supposed to be the battle of the retirement games here. This is supposed to be the battle of who's going to retire first. Whether it's going to be Brady or whether it's going to be Drew Brees. Now, Drew Brees went to the Super Bowl and said, hey, I made it to the Super Bowl in Atlanta, which is only right next door to New Orleans. Literally kind of like right next door to New Orleans. Not saying Georgia and Atlanta, they're in the same, they're down south. It have made a lot of a difference. Because of the fact of the matter is that we're looking for these two people, these two quarterbacks, these two great quarterbacks play one-on-one. I mean, play football on the grandest stage of them all. And why not Super Bowl 53? This is for all the marbles. This is for everything that they got left in the tank. Brady going for 6. Drew Brees going for his second title and possibly retire. I want to see this game go out the way it is. But that's not the case here. So we're going to move forward. There was no call. So we got to move forward. They lost the game. Drew Brees will be back next year. See if he can do it again. Now, we have to move on to now the Super Bowl that's going to be playing out here. Young versus old. 40 versus 30s, or possibly 20s. Now we got to move forward to this. Now, Super Bowl predictions are coming out here today. I will be doing Super Bowl predictions all week for the next 2 weeks until the Super Bowl comes about. So not this week and next week until the Super Bowl comes about. I will be doing all Super Bowl predictions to see who's going to win the Super Bowl this year. My bet is the Patriots. I'm going with Tom Brady. I never count out Tom Brady as number 12. I can't count him out. It's something that I cannot count out. And I can't count him out of a Super Bowl because of the fact of the matter is he's Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. You can't just sit up here and say that he's not the greatest quarterback of all time or one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Brady is going for his sixth NFL Super Bowl. 6th title in the NFL today. He's going for number 6. And a lot of people will refer him to some of the old things that happened in the past. Some people will say he cheated. Some people will say this, or whatever the case may be. Is what's done in the past is in the past. The man has played football and got 5. And now he's going for a potential 6th title this year. And I have to say that that game shocked me, because after seeing the Saints game, I was like, oh man, the Rams really won. I said, oh man. I think Patrick Mahomes is actually really going to beat Brady today, because of the fact of the matter is that the Saints just lost today. So I really want to see how this plays out today. And as I seen it play out, I looked at it, and I was betting against Brady for a second there. I was kind of betting against him for a second. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to count on number 12. I can't count on number 12. Because once you count on number 12, you're saying you're giving up on hope. And you're saying you're giving up on a man that is going to be in the Super Bowl every single time he's in the league. He's only lost twice before going to a Super Bowl, and he's only lost 3 times in a Super Bowl appearance. 2 to the Giants and 1 to Nick Foles. How about that? You can't tell me this man, he's lost to Peyton Manning twice. Peyton Manning had his number. Peyton Manning's now retired. Peyton Manning's now gone. After winning the Super Bowl, Peyton Manning is done. So, what does that say to me? Does anybody have Tom Brady's number coming up this year? Can any defense really shut down Tom Brady? It's something that we got to all see here coming up against the Rams. Then the Rams got a Ndamukong Suh. The Rams got a tight front line of defensive players that could go out there and ball. They could dominate an offensive line. They can stop your run game. But can these players really, can Talib really shut down Brady in this game and shut down the passing lanes and shut down the offense of a run game? Can you stop a Gronkowski? Can you stop a Julian Edelman? Can you stop Hogan? Can you stop these players from coming out the backfield? And can you stop Michelle from running the ball over you? We have to see. We have to see this. This is one of the time frames where this Super Bowl is going to tell the tale of whether Brady is going to come out there Brady, or is Brady going to come out there looking like the same Brady that we seen last year. Because the last time I seen Brady in the Super Bowl was last year. He had his head down, wasn't really looking at anything last year. He wasn't looking at the tablet, wasn't looking at anything, wasn't ready to throw on the sidelines. He wasn't ready to get in the game. He wasn't ready to do anything. Now, the Brady that I want to see here is the same Brady that I seen Sunday night on football. That's the Brady I want to see. That's the Brady I want to come to this game, get ready to go out there, shuffle his feet, get out there, move the ball, move this offense, and get upfield. Very, very quickly, time management Brady. That's the Brady I want to see in this Super Bowl. Now, Jared Goff. Great season. All praises go to your coach, your head coach, Sean McVay, for getting you all ready for this Super Bowl. For the Super Bowl extravaganza. Everybody's waiting to see if young can beat old and make the old retire. Everybody's waiting to see if he can outsmart a Bill Belichick. Sean McVay, youngest coach in the league for right now. Now everybody's trying to get that same momentum going. Everybody's trying to get them young coaches out there now. But can they have the same success story as the Rams do? Is the real question. Can you have the same success story with a young coach coming in? Or you trying to get that momentum going to say that, okay, we got a young coach here, we're going to groom this team in. No, Sean McVay just didn't take over this reins and didn't have a game plan. No. Sean McVay went in this game and went into this head coaching job with a game plan. He said, hey, I got to put together a team. I got a young quarterback right here that I got to groom to make him mine. And that's exactly what he did. He made it his. He turned this team into something that's his. Now, y'all feel me on this one now. Feel me. He groomed a young quarterback after the Jeff Fisher days and molded his quarterback into something great. Now he has a front line that protects. Now he has a defense that can get out there and do something. They wasn't bad last year. Don't get me wrong, it was not bad last year. Sean McVay took this team and did something great with it. He's an offensive genius, is what he truly is. He's an offensive genius. Sean McVay takes plays out of the playbook and puts them together, and they make geniuses things happen on that field. I'm waiting to see, can he outsmart Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl? We're all waiting to just see this. Or can Bill Belichick go out there and do the things that he needs, that he knows how to do, and win this game, get Brady his retirement, and send him on packing? So that way another generation of a quarterback can come up and he could groom that player into another Tom Brady. This formula works with Belichick and Brady and the head owner, Robert Kraft. Now, we still waiting to see that, though. Can this really happen, or will Brady come back next year and actually say that, okay, I lost the Super Bowl, I'm going to come back next year and do this again at 41 years old? Will you still have the same momentum going in as you did at 40 at 41? Can we actually really see what we all want to see this year so we can get Brady out the Super Bowl, because everybody's tired of the same old Super Bowl going down? The Patriots, we can always bet on the Patriots being in the Super Bowl. Or we can always bet on the Patriots being in the playoffs. One of the two things can always happen. And people want to see something different. People want to see that other new young quarterback come up in the league and say, hey, I made it to the playoffs. Hey, I beat Brady. Or, hey, I beat the Patriots out of here. Or the Patriots didn't make it this year. We'll all be talking about a different storyline here if the Patriots was not in this. We'll all be having a different storyline. We'll all be talking about something different. Young versus young. We'll be talking about it probably next year. I'm waiting on to see next year who's going to really make it. I mean, actually, this season coming up, this year, who's going to make the difference this year? Who's going to be the team to beat this year? Who's going to go in the draft and go get that quarterback that they need? Who's going to go get that offensive player that they need on their team this year? Now, with that all being said here, we shall see. Now, I'm taking everybody's Super Bowl predictions. Everybody can come on this show, make your Super Bowl predictions, make them vote, make them blatantly blunt of who you want to win the Super Bowl. All opinions matter. All opinions are desired on the show. This is y'all show. This is not just mine. This is for the people. Now, moving straight forward to some Cowboy fans that are out there. Cowboys front office pushes who they want to get the ball to. Beasley. Now, as in statements made on, of course, Twitter, utilization is more important than money. Honestly, the front office, this is from Cole Beasley. Honestly, the front office pushes who they want to get the ball to. I haven't been a huge priority in that regard. Maybe that will change, but I'm not sure. More balls come my way in 2-minute drills where nothing is planned. Doesn't mean I'm gone. I'll play anywhere where I can make more of an impact. I would love for that to be Dallas or anywhere else that will give me more pops to make an impact. I just want a ball. It's hard with 3 to 4 ops in a game. A game. This is what Cole Beasley is saying. So what's saying to me is that Jerry Jones has a lot to do with this. Jerry Jones makes the statements of where he is. Tom between wanting at Beasley 11 to stay in Dallas and also wanting to see him make the money he deserves and jump into a system that will utilize his skills, hoping Cowboys make both happen. That's from Evan Bennett. Now, from that being said, that was to Cole Beasley. Now, with that being said is, he doesn't feel as though he's wanted in Dallas, but he wants to stay in Dallas, if that makes sense. Being wanted in Dallas meaning that you want people to get the ball to you. You want to make that impact in the game. You want to make that sort of change in the game. You want to make that game-changing win or that game changer that's going downfield. You want to make more of a pop in the game. I can understand that, Cole. But Jerry Jones, as you're referring to, or Jason Garrett, as you're referring to, they make the calls. They want to see Amari Cooper, who they just picked up, catch a lot of passes. They want him and Dak Prescott to have more of a rapport than the other receivers that you had. But now, Cole Beasley, before Amari Cooper got there, what were you doing before he got there? What were you doing? You could have been that impact player that everybody wanted to see. You could have been that impact player before Amari Cooper got there on that sideline. Before he got on the field and played football on the field. You could have been that impact player. Did you go out there and ball out like you saying you are now? No. Because apparently they needed a wide receiver to go out there and do the things that you needed to do. You got hurt. Let's be really real here. How can I utilize you more? I can utilize you more when I need to move the ball upfield. When I need that 2-minute drill, yes, I need to utilize you. Because I got to get the pressure off of Amari Cooper. I got to get the pressure off of Zeke. I got to do something. That's what the front office is really thinking about right now. And I can really tell that in the system because they targeted Amari Cooper more times than they target anybody else on the field. Any Dallas fan can really say that right now, and then you'd be lying if you're not honest about your team. That's just like in Washington where we got a young Thundercat, a Josh Doxson as a wide receiver, but Crowder's getting the most passes, or Jordan Reed is getting the most passes. And Jordan Reed is a tight end. The system only works as if you're making the impact, if you could break free, if you could do something with the ball. That's the only way the system works. That's the only way it can go. If that makes sense. If you're not making the impact that you need to make in the games when they don't have people making impacts, why do we need to utilize you more? Yes, you've been in Dallas and you've been making some key impacts in certain games. Yes, you've been out there doing some of the things that you need to do. But let's really look at some of the stats that you have. Let's take a look at that. Let me see if I can pull that up right now. Cole Beasley. Whose contract expires in March, finishes second on the team in targets, 87, and receptions, 65. So basically what that tells me, you connected on almost 80% of you caught 80% of your passes. Not even 80%, about 75% of your passes this year, or 70%. Let's just throw that range out there just a little bit. You completed somewhat of 70 or 75% of your passes this year. Now, you're second on the team for that. Second, now you know your team has Amari Cooper. So you know Dak and Amari Cooper got to get on the same page here. You all know this. They have to get on the same page. And next year, I believe that next year coming up, they will be on the same page. And Dallas might be making a splash with Amari Cooper. But also, too, is you got to think about this, too, is everybody has the film work on both of these players. So Beasley next year could be your year. Or this year could be your year. You could step up. Now, Washington needs a wide receiver. They need a quarterback, too, but they need a wide receiver. If your contract expires in March, why don't you just take a trip somewhere else? Where you could have that most impact at. You could take a trip down to Washington. You're a free agent. If they don't sign you back. If they don't. Now, I'm not saying that Dallas players that always come to Washington always works out of Washington, or any Redskin player that really goes to Dallas really works out of Dallas. We've seen that with Alfred Morris, and we've seen that with any player that really came, like I can't think of his name. But anyways, we've seen players that come to Washington from Dallas that don't really work out. It doesn't really work out in Washington. Now, I'm not saying that that's not going to be you or that can't be you. I'm just saying it's not your year. Maybe next year could be your year. You can step up and do something better. You want to find a new home? There's a lot of teams that need a good wide receiver to go out there and ball out. Show the world what you're capable of. Show the world that you mean business. Show the world that this is what you want to do. Step up your game. And go out there and really practice hard and go out there and do what you got to do. Step up your game. Now we're going to move right along forward. Moving right along, everybody. Y'all already know the draft is coming up, and we all want to see the draft, and we all want to see what's going to happen in the draft. Now, for Redskin fans that are out there, Redskins president is out. This is a storyline that's coming out there right now. The Redskins optimistic Alex Smith will return from his leg injury. Now, if you all know like I know, Washington, you need a quarterback in this draft. Please do not put all your hopes and dreams on two solid quarterbacks. Now, we got March arising coming up. A month away. It's a month away. March is coming fast. We need a splash. We need something. We need something that could change this momentum that we have. Not grasped in 2018. The momentum is not there no more. Everybody was just playing the games out to see how far we can really go. The playoff run that they was thinking about that was going to have has been played out. People got too good, too early. Was calling for us too early to make the playoff run that we wanted to make. You signed Mark Sanchez. You signed Josh Johnson. I'm not mad at the signing of Josh Johnson. But what I really need to see here, people, is that I need just to go grasp a quarterback. I need us to get a quarterback for the future. I need us to go get somebody that's out there that can really take reins once these quarterbacks leave this team. Once Colt McCoy leaves. Once Alex Smith leaves. If he comes back. We need to see a difference. We need to see a pace keeper here in Washington. We need a lot of things to change in Washington. We need a go-to person in Washington. Jay Gruden, I know that this season was kind of going your way a little bit, though, but your run game kind of got stopped. It was on point, but it got stopped in certain aspects of the game where we needed it to flow. Darius Geis is coming back next season. We all waiting for that. This year, Darius Geis will be back this season on a rookie contract. Alex Smith still on contract for 4 years, for another 3 years. You all can see what he's doing. He's trying to rehab. I say you sit him down, put him on injury reserve for this entire season. Go out there and make a splash in this draft. You need to make the splash in this draft. Let this man get healthy, see what he can do, and go get a quarterback or keep the same quarterback that you had last year, which is Josh Johnson, and let this man go out there and ball out. Or you can make a splash and go get a wide receiver. You need a wide receiver this year because you can't count on some of the receivers that we have now. I'm saying Deshaun Jackson could be a good fit back here in Washington. I'm not necessarily saying that Cole Beasley is a fit here. No, I'm not saying that because he's in Dallas and whatever the case may be, is because we need wide receivers. We need a receiving core. We need somebody other than Jamison Crowder catching the ball. We need somebody other than tight end Jordan Reed. We need a whole new offensive scheme. That's what we truly need. And I haven't really thought about that yet until right now, that we need a whole new offensive scheme that will work to take us to the next level. The game speed right now is getting faster. We need something different. We need something to make us pop this year. Can we do that here in Washington? Can we do something different this year? We got to see. We all got to really see. Now, Alex Smith has made an appearance in the Wizards locker room this year. People give him hope. People gave him a lot of different things. If we get Jackson back, we will be back in action. I don't know. I don't really see that happening. I think we could be back in action. I think we can if he can stay healthy. Deshaun Jackson has been battling some injuries in these past couple seasons that he's been gone. So I really need to see him healthy again. And I really need to see him push forward and go on and do. If he comes back here, I need to really see him healthy. I really need to see this man grow up and get healthy for the next season going on. He's only in his 30s. He's kind of like an old wide receiver now, but he needs to come back, or we need to go get somebody on his team that can go out there and catch the ball, that can go downfield, tear up the field, go across the middle, do something different. We need to change in Washington. Now, moving forward, everybody. Belichick believes that Aaron Donald is unblockable. Everything, he's pretty much unblockable, Belichick said. The 66-year-old also gave credit to the rest of the Rams defensive line, which includes stalwarts like Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brockers. Yeah, they're really good. They got a great inside power and quickness, and they've got a great edge rush. They've got a lot of good players, a lot of guys that are out that are hard to block. Yeah, they are good. They do a really good job. Wade Phillips always does a really good job. He's an excellent coach, and he does a great job with all of the guys there. They have a variety of players, and they are all a problem. If you know Wade Phillips has got a great IQ for Bill Belichick. He does. Hands down, he does. Really, knock on wood, whatever the case is. He really has an eyeball for what kind of system or what kind of flow that the Patriots like to run. He kind of got that flow knowledge. He's played against this. He has coached against this man not once but twice. No, I want to say several times before. He's coached against this man. One when he was several times in Dallas, and when he was in Denver, and now that he is on the Rams team, they had to go at it again. This time on the grandest stage of them all again. Right here again. Defense. And I'm not going to go too dreadful in this cause right here. I'm not going to get in too deep for Super Bowl week just yet. We already know the Pro Bowl is coming up next week. This weekend. The Pro Bowl is this weekend. So we got to really see what goes on in the Pro Bowl, how the Pro Bowl is going to go out. It's going to be in Orlando, Florida this year, so we really want to see the Pro Bowl this year. I encourage everybody to go out there and watch the Pro Bowl weekend, watch the Pro Bowl highlights this weekend, watch everything that goes on in the Pro Bowl this weekend. I just encourage everybody to watch it, have some fun this weekend. These are the last 2 football games that we're ever going to see. I encourage you all to go out there and watch and enjoy a good football game this weekend. Enjoy the laughter, enjoy the fun, enjoy the festivities this weekend. I know I am. I just really encourage everybody to just go out there and watch it. It's not going to be a big game this weekend, but come next weekend, it's going to be all good. The NFL honors. Well, I'll get into that next week, everybody. I can't really say who's MVP this year. It's between Patrick Mahomes, Brady, Breeze, and so many other good cats that are out there. So we'll talk more about that later next week on the show. There will not be a show this Friday, everybody. I'm letting everybody know that this Friday there will not be a show. The show will be running next week. Next week. The next 2 weeks. The next week show. So the show will have a Tuesday or a Wednesday night show. I'll probably be guaranteed a Wednesday night show, and a Friday night show. Wednesday night show would definitely be at 9:15, and there will be another show on Friday, everybody. On Friday at 9:30. 9:30 show on Friday. Go over the playoffs, go over the weekend, go over everything that we're going to go into. And stay tuned, everybody, for next season. Next season, we're jumping straight into the NCAA basketball. I know everybody was waiting to see that and hear about it on the show. We're jumping into NCAA basketball. We're talking about basketball, WNBA, everything that you need to know about basketball, baseball, whatever it is that whatever sports that's coming up next. We're going to be jumping into it, everybody. This was a whole football season that we jumped into everything right now. After the All-Star break, everybody, I'm letting y'all know that now. It's going to be big. It's going to be a splash. We're going to jump right into it, everybody. And March Madness coming around the corner. Get your brackets done. Get everything you need to get done this year. Before March Madness comes upon us. Get ready for playoffs for the NBA. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry about that. Get ready for the playoffs for the NBA. April and May. In May, playoffs are running around. What team will make it? What team won't make it? Everybody, I'm letting y'all know this right now. This is what's going on. We're jumping right into it, everybody. But we're going to call it quits early tonight, everybody. This has been a great show tonight. Thank you for all those that watched the show tonight. Go back and recap the show tonight, everybody. I'm Mark, a.k.a. The Vet. Y'all been the best audience tonight. Y'all been the best show. Y'all making this best show on Facebook Live, everybody. I'm telling y'all that right now. The ratings are going upward. They're going up. Everybody knows the ratings are going up. And I hope y'all make the next season, season 7, the best show ever for season 7, y'all. Thank y'all for watching the show tonight. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank y'all.
See, this the realest sports show. And if you ain't have a clue, well, then now you know. Right here is where they discuss the hottest topics. If you think this show ain't the best, then you better stop it. From
hey, guys.
NFL X's and O's to the NBA's